God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My dear child, I have been with you since the very beginning, even when no one else noticed. I saw your first steps filled with courage and faith, and I was also there when the results didn't turn out as you had hoped. I witnessed your sincere heart giving its all, even in the face of disappointment, and I know how many times you questioned whether something was wrong with you. But today I tell you, no, you didn't fail, you were being shaped. Are you seeking a deep spiritual transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour over you daily. It all begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take on this journey not only blesses you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Don't wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and begin walking toward a fuller, more abundant life. Every attempt, even those that seemed in vain, was used by me to steady your steps, to make you stronger, more sensitive to my voice, and better prepared for what is now coming. This new time is not merely a change of season, it is the manifestation of what I've been working within you in silence, in the nights when you wept secretly, and in the mornings when you decided to keep going despite the weariness. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. Psalm 37 verse 24. You are no longer the one who accepted crumbs, scraps of affection, or bits of attention. You have been matured, strengthened, healed. What you once held onto out of fear, you now release freely, out of love for who you've become in me. I raise you up for a new time, where your dignity will not be negotiated, your identity will not be confused, and your light will not be hidden. This is the time when my glory is revealed through you. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. You are no longer the one who stayed silent to avoid conflict, who shrank to not bother others, who accepted less than you deserved just to feel accepted. That old version of you was left behind in the place where pain tried to teach you, but it didn't define you. Today, the one who rises is someone shaped by my hands, marked by the fire of overcoming and by the grace of my presence. I pulled you out from inner obscurity and set you on your feet, with a new name and a new posture. It is no longer time to try to justify yourself or beg to be seen. Now is the time to carry my light with silent authority. My child, your story is not marked by what you lacked, but by what remained. Courage remained, faith remained, resilience remained. You are living proof that I still lift up those the world tried to erase. Your existence today carries the seal that pain didn't destroy you, it revealed you. Now breathe deeply and allow the past to lose the grip it tried to maintain over you. The past no longer defines you. What I am writing now, with the touch of my eternity, is redefining the limits of what's possible for you. You are no longer someone who merely waits, you are someone walking in fulfillment. My breath pushes you forward, my spirit guides you. Even if there are voices trying to sow doubt, there is a firm certainty within you that can no longer be erased. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew chapter 28 verse 20. My child, this is the promise that upholds your steps. I never left you, and that's why nothing could stop the plan I designed for your life. You were not forgotten. You were prepared. The blessing arriving now is the harvest of every tear shed in private and every prayer that once seemed unanswered. The time of waiting has given way to the time of revelation. Comment, I was prepared in silence to live the glory of God in public. You haven't lost anything, you were being molded. It's not that the opportunity passed, it's that it hadn't yet taken your shape. Now it does. The transformation you feel is not an illusion nor a fleeting emotion. It is the materialization of what I began building inside you when everything around you stood still. My time has come. The perfect hour I promise does not depend on your surroundings but on the covenant I have with you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. This promise is the key that opens the door now before you. Walk with courage, for what was invisible to you is beginning to take shape before your eyes. The unseen is becoming real. What you discerned in prayer is now unfolding in sequence. The time to hesitate is over. Now is the time to possess. Comment, I received the new from God with boldness and faith. I saw your sleepless nights. I collected every tear that fell in silence. While the world slept, you cried out. While others chased distraction, you sought me with sincerity. And that is why now, before you, I open a door that no one can shut. This is not a common opportunity, it is an atmosphere I prepared before you were born. It is a sacred time, marked by me, built with the materials of your faithfulness, perseverance, and trust. What once made sense no longer serves you. The lightness you feel is not a sign of escape, it is a sign of deliverance. You are permanently moving away from everything that does not carry my purpose. And that is good. That is necessary. Your new season demands a new vision. You are not starting from zero, you are starting from the center of my will. The new is not coming, the new has already begun in you. You are the rebirth of a promise that once seemed forgotten but was always carefully preserved by me. Comment, I'm not starting from zero, I'm starting with God. Did you know there's an effective method to attract more financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a powerful impact on my life, and we'd like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each one of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's so important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you'd like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing inspiring and transformational content, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your support helps us continue to share messages that make a difference. Thank you so much for your trust and support. Before the pain could leave its mark on your soul, before rejection had the chance to touch your identity, I, your Creator, had already traced every line of your essence with eternal intentions. Nothing you faced took me by surprise. I did not shape you according to what the world says about you, but according to what I placed deep within your spirit. And now, through every challenge, through every tear you thought no one saw, I am bringing forth what is purest in you. Your essence, that most intimate and true part, does not depend on anyone's approval. What I placed within you does not need to raise its voice, For truth does not impose itself, it simply reveals. And the authority blossoming within you is quiet, yes, but deeply real. You carry a weight of glory, and that glory is not for your exaltation but to manifest my living presence wherever you go. It was not given to place you above others but to empower you to lift those who have fallen, heal the broken, and restore what the world considered lost. This is your true identity, and no one else can live it for you. This new season that begins does not demand you prove anything to anyone. It requires no explanations, no comparisons, no performances. On the contrary, it confirms all I have always known about you. Many will look at this phase and say you are starting over, trying again, going back to the beginning. But I, who see beyond time and appearances, tell you, this is not a restart, it is the fulfillment of a sacred covenant between you and me. You have passed the hardest tests, the silent ones, those no one witnessed. You faced pressures that seemed overwhelming and resisted the temptation of easy shortcuts. You trusted me even when everything around you screamed to give up. And now, you walk no longer as one who merely survived but as one who understood the purpose of pain. Someone who will transform their scars into bridges, their story into healing, their journey into a path for others. What the world will see as a simple return, I call resurrection. You have returned, yes, but with open eyes, a whole heart, and a matured purpose. This version of you, refined in the fire of waiting and faith, is exactly what I dreamed from the beginning. You have had to leave behind more than people imagine. Relationships that seemed essential, positions that gave status, environments that offered comfort, all left behind. And in return, you gained something infinitely more valuable: clarity, peace, and a wisdom that cannot be taught by human words. You thought you were losing everything when, in truth, you were stripped of illusions to see the true wealth you have always carried within. My child, you are not empty. You are full. You only need to awaken to the silent beauty that now dwells in you. Every tear shed in silence, every sacrifice that no one applauded, every small act of faith made in the dark. I saw them all. And now, the season when everything seemed hidden, when your fruits were unseen, is transforming into a time of evidence. What was invisible will be seen. What was hidden will be revealed. The light I lit within you will begin to shine brighter, and nothing will stop it. And it will be swift. Do not expect a slow or gradual movement. What is coming is like a sacred explosion. Something that has been contained for so long is now being released unexpectedly. Heaven is moving on your behalf. Everything that was restrained, dreams, promises, gifts, begins to flow toward you with speed. But understand, you will not be put on display just to show blessings. You will be positioned as an instrument to manifest my glory. You were not preserved by chance. While many chased recognition, compromised principles for popularity, or traded values for applause, you chose to remain with me. You chose faithfulness. You chose the sacred anonymity. That is why now I exalt you. But know this, it will not be understood by all. Those who judged you by appearances, who only saw your silences and did not understand your process, will not comprehend this new season. They did not see your desert, your hidden battle, your discipline cultivated in secret. But I saw. I was there. And so I place you in a place of honor. Now, what was only between you and me will become public. What was once just a promise in your heart will become reality before the eyes. But listen closely, my beloved child. You do not need to justify yourself. You do not need to explain your journey to those who would not walk with you. Your only commitment is to keep walking with me, hand in hand, eyes fixed on me. The power you carry was not earned by human merit but born in pain, waiting, and faithfulness. It was not given to inflate your ego but to restore realities around you. You will be a channel of renewal, a new beginning for others, a key that opens doors where there were only walls. Those who discarded you, who saw no value, who pointed at you as lost or useless, they will see that what they rejected was the very start of my plan. But you will not need to say a word. Your life, your story, your light, all will speak for you. Your transformation will be the most powerful sermon many will ever hear. And the glory will be mine. So breathe deeply, keep your heart steady, and your eyes alert. What is coming is more than you imagined. It will not be like before. It will not resemble old cycles. It is something completely new. The anointing now resting on you is not for temples of appearance but for fields of reality. You will enter places where you were once ignored, and there you will establish peace. You will touch hearts that were locked and plant hope there. You will be an answer where there was silence. You will be direction where there was confusion. And all this will not be by your name but by mine in you. You carry my mark, my essence, my seal. And no one can erase what I have written in your story. Trust. Walk. Declare life with your steps. For this is the harvest time. It is time to see with your eyes what once only existed in faith. My beloved child, the time I appointed has now arrived. This new season of your life did not begin by chance or by human will alone. It begins now, with you at the center, for I have chosen you to manifest something entirely new within your lineage. What was once a seed is now blossoming through you. Your existence carries eternal purpose, for you are the living answer to the prayers of those who came before you. You are the transformation many longed for, yet only you could faithfully bear it. Through your life, my power and voice are still heard. I am still healing, still setting free, still restoring. Be alert, for profound changes are underway. What is not genuine will fade away. Those who deceive will find their paths blocked. And those who remain steadfast in me will be lifted up, because my spirit rests upon them. Prepare yourself, for even those who once mocked your commitment will seek your counsel, not out of noble concern, but because they no longer feel my presence with them, and know it now dwells in you. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. Many will attempt to come back to you, not to be transformed, but to partake in what I am doing in your life. But know how to discern. They do not truly want to surrender to my work, they want only to watch the miracle without embracing the cross. Some will pretend to have changed in order to hold on to you, but their intentions are not born of light. You, however, have been set apart by me, sanctified in your silent struggles, purified through trials known only to your heart. The holiness I have given you cannot be imitated. There is a mark upon you that cannot be copied. Many still show outward signs of faith, but when close to you, their inner shadows stir. This is not because of you, but because of my presence dwelling within you. They feel it deeply, even if they do not understand. Your silence disturbs them because it carries my truth. Your peace confronts because it exposes falsehood. You may have noticed it. Some people can no longer bear your presence because they can no longer influence your steps. You have been lifted not by human praise or status, but because you chose to walk with me when everything said to quit. Comment, God's truth guides and comforts me. Now your path may seem lonelier, but it is full of my strength. This strength will first manifest within your home. Those closest to you will begin to relate to you differently. This is not due to any mistake or hardness on your part, but a natural consequence of your refusal to remain stagnant. Former companions may say you are too serious or too radical, but do not be troubled. They are simply reacting to your depth. As you walk with me, the true intentions of those around you are being revealed, not to harm you, but to protect you. There have been influences that seemed supportive but were sent to observe you, slow you down, and bind you to your past self. But now the veils have been torn, and your perception is sharpened. You can feel the spiritual atmosphere of a place even in silence. You notice discomfort when your name is mentioned. And when lies are spoken about you, my presence within confirms it without need for proof. This happens because you are no longer guided by appearances but by the divine order I have planted within your spirit. Comment: the Lord's light guides my steps with strength and love. It is painful, I know, but I must reveal this truth. Some will reject you not because you are wrong, but because you no longer shrink yourself to make them feel important. You no longer dim the light I placed in you to make room for others' darkness. Now every time you speak, your words carry weight they cannot bear. Your silence has become a mirror, reflecting truths many would rather avoid. Even your simplest actions cause discomfort because they expose what was hidden. This is what happens when you live under my direction. When my presence becomes evident, those who only practice faith superficially begin to tremble. The same will happen to you. As my work unfolds in your life, those who live in indifference or compromise will react with criticism, trying to diminish what I am doing. But nothing can stop my work. When I decide to lift you up, even your opponents will bear witness. My spirit is not just near you, it lives inside you. This is why your spirit cannot be harmed. Not because your path is easy, but because the authority I gave you is substantial. Comment: even in silence, God fights for me. You are no longer begging for acceptance or justifying your existence. You are on new ground, and I know it may still feel unstable. But that is not a sign of failure, it is clarity. It is like seeing for the first time with eyes that were once blindfolded. The coverings have been removed. The illusions broken. What you now perceive is not fear or suspicion, but revelation. Truth is coming to the surface, and this changes everything. Yes, many will not understand your new ways. They will say you have become cold, distant, or too selective. But the reality is your soul has been tuned to the sound of my voice. Now you are sensitive to the spiritual atmosphere, and you can no longer pretend to be comfortable where there is no truth. You can no longer settle for mediocrity. My spirit guides you even when you do not know what to do. And even when you feel lonely, you are surrounded by my presence. This new season we are walking through requires courage, courage to endure strange looks, courage to remain silent when provoked, courage to keep going when there is no applause. Comment: God strengthens me when the world doesn't understand. My child, understand once and for all, you were not made to please men but to fulfill my purpose. The light that shines in you cannot be extinguished by words, and the mission I entrusted to you cannot be stopped by human rejection. What begins now is only the start of a great revelation. You are my chosen one. And though natural eyes may not see, the spiritual realm is alive around you. There is celebration in heaven for every choice you make. Angels are assigned to guard your steps. Gates that were closed will open, and what seemed forgotten will be restored. This time is yours, not because of human merit but by divine appointment. So do not fear. Walk firmly, for I am with you. My hand has not withdrawn. My love has not diminished. And my promise will not fail. When the winds are strong, remember, I am at the helm. When the night seems long, remember, I am your light. And when you doubt yourself, remember, I am the one who called you, and I do not make mistakes in my choices. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.